Good morning, good morning, good morning to each and every one of you. I didn't want to start this too early because I want to make sure that most of you will get on by the time we actually start to do some talking. You know what I mean? I like to be heard and not just by myself. Good morning to all of you all and welcome to a glorious, glorious Saturday sunrise. I'm really happy I was able to bring that to you. I really don't know how much you heard of it. I constructed a makeshift rock barrier to try and cut off the winds and stuff. So I'm not too sure how much of you see you all were hearing, but I am really hoping you were able to witness the beautiful pre-dawn look of Bathsheba. Just stunning this morning. I was able to actually walk around on the beach, get a couple of photos while this was recording as well with the S9. I think they're fairly nice. They're definitely silhouette, beautiful silhouettes this morning. I thought today would be a nice day to start off with some silence, you know, because I'm sure there are many of you out there that want to reflect right now, and I can't think of a nicer way of doing so than watching the pre-dawn and the sunrise itself, which you all were all witness to. If you've just come on, please go back, you know, later on at some stage again today, or when we have it up on YouTube this afternoon, hopefully, you know, and have a look and see what it looked like. If you were here in Barbados this morning, and you were here at the section between High Rock and Soup Bowl, you would have most definitely have seen something that was glorious, absolutely stunning sunrise. One more time we were given the clouds where we were able to see God's mastery in his creations and in his development as the morning awakened. A few guys out at Soup Bowl this morning. The breezes are side shore again, so you can get some fairly clean faces. About 5 guys in the water. They've just recently gone out. 2 were out earlier on, and then 3 have just joined them the last couple of minutes. Beautiful, beautiful Barbados. Just have a look at the skies that we're going to see around us. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take us through our silent 360 for a minute. I know you've had a lot of silence. I know everybody's eager to hear me talk, but I'm still going to give you a silent 360, and we're going to follow that with our Serenity Prayer. So just sit back, relax, and let me take you through some beauty that's just going to blow your mind today. Good morning to you all one more time. Such a stunning, stunning morning. The visibility is perfect. We can see all down into Cove Bay area with the white cliffs again. It's just beautiful, and I'm sure when the sun comes up we're going to be in for a treat this morning in views. Anyway, I'm going to turn back into the wind, so I'll try and get it out of the microphone itself. And we're going to look sort of like into the sun a little bit. We're not going to blind ourselves. We're just going to look into where the goal starts up, and we're going to say our Serenity Prayer. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. I would like at this point here to send out my condolences to the Williams family and all their friends in the passing of Sir Charles Williams yesterday. Sir Charles, I only know him as being a man that never allowed anything to bring him down. So this morning we're not going to do this in sorrow, and we're not going to do this in sadness. We're going to do this in joy and happiness, the way that I am sure that he would have wanted it this morning. My condolences and prayers for strength and compassion and love at this time go out to all of you all. Okay, we're gonna buzz on now, and we're gonna have a beautiful morning. My intentions this morning are exactly as they are. Unfortunately, wind's a little stronger than I had originally thought it would be, and according to our wind guru charts. However, it is still manageable, I hope. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. I hope it just hasn't been a wind-blowing morning. You could actually hear this beautiful sea, but don't worry. We're going to the other side of this little mound here now, and we're gonna have some beauty in a minute. Now, this is a walk down memory lane for many of you, and guess who's accompanying us this morning? Still very faded, but he will be out shortly. He's been talking to me all morning about how he's going to be taking over the show today, so unfortunately I'm going in a direction that will enable him to do so. I'm going to walk this path with you, and those of you that have walked this before, I'm going to do it in silence. Amazing, yes, I'm going to do it in silence again, because I want you to experience what it's like walking from the High Rock section into the Soup Bowl section. I know if my sister is on board, everybody knows since the other day, this is where she finds her love for Barbados more than anywhere else. And this is where her son, who's also passed, was his favorite place on this island, Robert. So Robert, you're also in our prayers today. Anyone that has come to Barbados in the past and has skirted the top ridge and has not actually descended into Bathsheba, I am urging you, next time you come to this island, please come over to the East Coast. Spend a day over here. It's beastly hot in the day itself, but just come over here. You can find some shade under some rocks, sit down and watch some guys surfing. If there are no waves, trust me, you can sit here and look at this ocean for hours and hours. If my angel was here, she would sit on this beach for hours and don't move. She says every wave has a different presence and every wave brings an energy, and she is adamant about that. And I know for sure, I can watch her, and I watch her smile just start to open up, and she radiates a sign and a glow of joy and happiness whenever she's near the ocean. Angela, this morning, darling, I wish you were here. You will be soon, I know that for sure. Beautiful, beautiful beach here at Soup Bowl in Bathsheba. We're in the parish of St. Joseph. The rocks in distance is Joe's River. That is our destination area. We're going to do it in the beach today though, not going up on the land. It is high tide. We're going to be doing some stumbling, we're going to be doing some tripping, but that's not a problem, because that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be bringing you the beauty of Barbados as it is. Everyone knows we don't glorify anything here. We don't try and make anything different to what it is. We tell you as it is, and we show you as it is. This is so beautiful this morning. This is the location that hosts majority of our international events. So I say majority, we've had a few over at Brandens, which is the drill hall over on the south coast of the island. But Soup Bowl is notorious for holding big wave competitions. It is known throughout the world as one of the hollowest and more powerful swells. It is also one of Kelly Slater's favorite breaks. Everyone knows Kelly Slater, I would hope. 11-time world champion. He has come here and competed many times. I remember one of the events, he actually donated his prize, his cash prize, to a charity here in Barbados. And that will show you the kind of man that he is. Just stunning. The history and the memories that are here at Soup Bowl will last everyone a lifetime. Anyone that surfed here will never forget here. Stunning. Alright, our walk today is going to be on this beautiful, beautiful beach. We're going to be doing right down, as I said, all on the beach. Unfortunately, the sun is in my back, so you will know who is going to pretend they're leading the way. Don't mind, they're not leading anything. They're just going to pretend it. And I guess today, because he's not been seen for the entire week, we're going to let him have his own way. I have asked him to behave this morning. I had about an hour of counseling with him before we came out. Don't mind, when we left home, he had a smug look on his face, I'm sure. Good morning, sir. How are you going? So I don't know what he's going to come with this morning, but we'll wait and see. Good morning. How are you? You want to say hi to the world? Thank you very much. Isn't it beautiful down here? Just a glorious morning. Have a good day, okay? Thank you for coming on for us. Thank you. All right, let's walk you through a little bit the main parking area where all of the real surfers like to hang out. It's just there. The only time they will not park there is if there's a big event going on and they actually have all the judges' stands in that section. And then these are just the cool out spots here. One just above. There are a few of them have crept up over the years. When I first started to come here, no coconut trees were on the beach whatsoever. But these have washed in, I would say, most of them. A couple of them have been planted as well, but these have grown as they are. Beautiful, beautiful Bathsheba in St. Joseph. Absolutely stunning. Now, I can't remember the name of it. Yes, I actually think it was called Powell Springs, which was a hotel just up there where you see that building that's under repair right now. Remember that from years ago, and it got its name because it is an actual spring that comes down in the valley just behind that there. It's a natural spring. Beautiful. A lot of homes here have just got bigger. The basic properties are still the same. The amount of houses are here are still the same, but it has you know, developed with much better homes. Some rental homes also in the hill. Lots of Airbnb. I took a lot of pictures of some Airbnb numbers and contacts the other day when I was down here. I'll put them up later, maybe just share them, not on the Facebook site, but I'll share a link to them maybe on Shutterfly or something, so that you can actually look and see where you can find accommodations down here in Barbados if you are interested in staying on this side of the island. I know one thing for sure, in all of my travels all over this island, I'm going to come here and spend some time with my angel when she returns to this island. That is my plan for sure. The sun that's coming off of the white water there is just spectacular. Look at it, like ridges of white on the blue. Isn't that just gorgeous? Such a breathtaking morning. Alright, I'm going to give you a silent 360. I'm going to walk a little closer to the water's edge so I can give you a little bit more of the landscape on this one here. Remember, your darker makers were a suggestion today, so you can put them on before we start our swing. Get ready for it. Enjoy this 360. This is for all of you this morning. I know many of you, especially those that have never come over to the East Coast, some of you that have actually not even come to Barbados, are looking to run in this water right now and take a dip. Not suggested. Right here in the shore edge is okay. However, again, you have to be careful because don't get tricked by these waves. These waves have a serious undertow that will pull you back as well. Just want to give you a little information about here. I'm not going to get too deep into it. Soup Bowl is predominantly a right break, very hollow. There are multiple peaks. When there's a southeast swell, it breaks from way up inside. I would say just slightly to the northeast of those rocks that are there on the right of our screen, and you get a very long ride that's coming in. Actually, you can break from high rock and come right down on occasions. You then have a break where you see the guys are sitting now. That's one of the peaks there. That is normally on a southeast swell, and then you will find when it's southeast or east, and then when it's a north swell, you will find the main peak just in this general area. You also will find a peak here as well on the southeast swells, which is known as the inside shoulder, and that is a very popular area for bodyboarders, especially because it's very steep, and you usually get the hardboard surface a little further out, stand-up surfers. Just to our left, where you're seeing this form, is called the Rip. This is utilized by surfers to actually get out to the break. They will paddle using that current to pull them out. It pulls you out and northward. You obviously have to paddle at the angle, so you will go straight out and not float away to the north. However, I will mention this rip here, very deceiving. There are underwater shelves, underwater caves, anything that you can relate to dangerous sea and reef conditions, you will find here. When the swells are big, this place has known to frighten the biggest and the strongest of us all. Unfortunately, there's also seen many fatalities in this general area between here and just off of Joe's River. People go into the pools just down below. I'll show you where that is in a few minutes time. And when the swells come in, they will suck you out and pull you out into the area out here. The recommendation is, if you get out here, try and get beyond the waves and float out and come down below. You will not be able to fight the currents. You will not be able to get straight back in because you will get bombed under the reef. But I hope you all will never ever find yourselves in that section here. Even when you're with a surfboard and it's pounding, it terrifies you. The glows this morning on the beach and the reflections are amazing. We're not even looking into the sun, and you can see the reflections being casted off the clouds, etc. below, just turning this place into absolute beauty. The colors that you're seeing out here are morning colors. You do not see these shadows and these casts and these glows that are on the faces of these cliffs, etc. that are facing us now at any other time of the day. What you're experiencing right now is a morning view and a morning feeling. I like to keep stressing that because some people have told me that, a couple of people have told me, not a lot, that they have come here and they went to the beach and they don't see the reflections and the glows that we see. Well, the reason for that is because we do this here at 6 o'clock in the morning, and oh jeez, here we go already. You know, he's going to do everything to get your attention this morning because he thinks he's a star. Oh, there he goes. He's indicating that he's a star by pointing at himself. You know, we're gonna give him a chance today because the poor fella does not know what he's doing. Beautiful, beautiful, natural Barbados. I don't care what your favorite coastline is. I don't care what your favorite beach is. When you come here, you're just taken back by the stunning beauty of God's creation on this side of the island. Actually, any side of the island, you're taken back by His creations, but this side is untouched, basically. And you're seeing what He has created and left for us. And I hope, this is just my opinion, that we never see anything commercial on this side of the island. The structure that I talk about all the time by Edgewater, that is on property that was already commercial. So I don't consider that as being a commercial venture, but anything new, I really hope it is well thought, because I would hate, now I don't have any children or grandchildren, but I would hate for anyone's children and grandchildren not to be able to experience what I am seeing right now. Darker makers, people, enjoy this. Just stunning, stunning views. I actually have one of my business cards here, so I'm going to give it to this lady so that she can look up and follow us and see herself this morning, and hopefully she will become one of our family members in future. How are you? Again, I have a card here of what we do. So if you are interested in seeing what the EMC does and what we're all about, we're a spiritual group that we just come together in the morning to thank God for our life and to welcome a new day in. Okay, take care. Have a good one. Right, so you know me, I got my new cards. You feel the shadow man is the only man that can show off? You've got to be joking. I share these out like hotcakes. Yeah, I think you know, it's nice to be able to just come and give, you know, a card out rather than say something, you know, spell my name out, etc., etc. So you know, we're moving forward slowly but surely. You know, God has chosen a path. God will take me on the journey. All I have to do is follow his light. I keep saying that all the time, and I will keep saying that all the time, because if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. The EMC wouldn't have formed. We would not be together this morning. We would not have a meeting place for all of our friends and family, people we have never met, that have become close, and actually care for each other and love each other. Lots of accommodations down here, Airbnb. Yeah, we have people all up in the homes up above as well, just relaxing and chilling out on the decks. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning. Isn't this sky gorgeous? Check the blues. Woo. Blues and cotton wool clouds, just beautiful. I can't think of a more beautiful morning. I know that we've been on since like before 6 o'clock. Don't mind, I ran about 3 live videos before that until I realized that I had not put it on public, because last night I was doing something on private and I forgot it on that. So each time I went back, I thought I'd changed it, then realized, wait, nobody's coming out. That's very unlike my friends. They would usually come out even if it's just one person. And then I realized it was not on the public setting. So I did have it running before for you all to see actual twilight this morning, but don't mind, we saw what we're supposed to see. You know, whatever happens is supposed to happen. It's beyond our control. We just have to follow suit. Just a stunning coastline of views. Whoever is building this structure here, or we're bringing it back again, definitely has a beautiful, beautiful place. All right, strong. Sun is real strong now. So, oh boy. Good morning. How are you going? Yep. So he is in his own glory again, just parading and shaking his hand and getting on like a puppet. All right, just to give you an indication, this whole reef section here is filled with little pools. Sometimes they have in sand, sometimes they don't have in sand, and this is where you will find majority of the knowledgeable Bajans swimming. You will also find some Bajans and visitors that are not too familiar with the water down here, seeing a pool and jumping in it. You can see a gentleman out there in the water right now. You can also see the tide is coming over the reef quite full. I think low tide is somewhere around 10 o'clock this morning or so. So I would say we're in a mid-tide right now. And right now it is okay-ish to go in here, but you still have to exercise caution. It's not very big today, but there is a lot of current that's pulling back. You can see the water again pulled off of the reef. It's just a beautiful time to view out here. Blinding again, folks, but I love the gold. It's like someone's thrown a pot of gold across this water and across this beach this morning. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, we're gonna do a little more walking now because we do have some distance to cover. It's just stunning. Let me show you all how clear this water is and how these pools look out here, just so you can understand. Is this not beautiful? This is how you'll find all along here. There's some bigger ones a little further on, but you have to be very careful what you're doing out here, okay? So if you're coming to this beach or anywhere in the east coast of the island, actually any coastline, exercise caution, but especially on this side here will pull you away. Do not swim over here. I would rather say do not swim over here. If you come over here and swim, it's like at the hot pot. You swim at your own risk, but I'm not going to encourage you to swim out here. I'm going to tell you that if you come over here and swim, you'll be extremely careful because it could be your last swim. I hate to be that blunt and straightforward. It's just not just beautiful out here. For those of you that have been to Rung House, that is Rung House up there, Rung House restaurant. Beautiful, beautiful facility they have. Probably one of the most scenic views of Soup Bowl. Well, from this angle especially, because you can look right up in the wave, nothing really blocks you in the elevation, gives you beautiful views of this area as well. Morning time, the view will be very difficult because this is what you'll be looking into. Still stunning, but you won't actually be able to see too much from up there this morning. Not in this direction anyhow. Just beautiful. Quite a few Bajans on the beach this morning enjoying this lovely place, and why would you not? This is just stunning. Now when peak season is on, there's a little setup behind here where the guys have created with a barbecue pit right in the back of this rock, and they also have a little bar. I don't know where the bar is, I haven't seen that, seems to have moved it from there, but that's just because we haven't had much action down here in the past. No, not recently in here, no, last year, almost 2 years. Up in the distance you're seeing Edgewater Hotel, that's the former hotel which is over on the right hand side. The new development and has gone on hold, it's basically stopped. I don't know what the situation is there with that, but that's come to an end right now. I don't know if I hope someone will take it up, because as I said, that is an area that was already commercialized, so I really don't have an issue with that because that was already a building area. But it's beautiful. Not that I really have an issue with anything, just as I have preferences. Now there's a road that you would remember that we walked on that goes right across the old train line. This is one of the old train line support areas here. It used to actually run along the same road area that's above here, and across where we've been across where is the new footbridge, which is over Joes River. That was where the train line actually ran in days gone by. You can see how that structure was built with massive sod stones. I mean, that has lasted years and years and years. It is set back from the sea quite a bit, unlike the other places where the line was run. We've seen some remnants of those in the water, where the poles are actually in the water now. It's beautiful out here though. This vlog is going to be a little long. It's not that we're walking long, but it's just because I want to get to Joes River on the beach with you, and that's where we will stop this morning. But I want to just end the week in a cool, relaxing, easy way, and a way that we can see nature at its best. We're going to walk for a minute, keep quiet, let you all enjoy the sounds that we're experiencing now. I would like to make a little correction. The shadow man says he does not have on his buggies. He has on his long cut buggies, and his buggies are longer than mine. He's telling me, what a bragger. You know, don't mind him. I see some people saying good morning to him and waving to him as well, but you know who is not in my good books right now. I've had a hard week with him. Every night, it's like little tantrums and stuff. It's like living with a 2-year-old that's on a rampage. Just beautiful. Now, I don't know how many of you have pictures of Bathsheba, say 30 years, 30, yeah, I think, no, maybe a little more than that, 30, 35 years ago. But you will remember that this rock formation was different. There was a big rock that was perched on top of one of those columns there that actually dropped off due to erosion and stuff. So if you have any pictures or any photos in this area going back 35 years or so, compare them with what you're seeing right now. And what you're seeing right now is going to be our first, I can't believe it, I have not done it before, but our first photo op for this morning. EMC photo op number 1. Yeah, I'm glad some of you all realize that he can't do anything for himself. He has to mock me is absolutely correct. Down here is stunning this morning. I was really hoping to finish off this section of the beach at a low tide, but it is coming back into low now, so it's not really the full tide as when I first came here this morning. So we're able to walk around sections like this, whereas before we'd have to climb over the rocks on the inner side. Just beautiful though, stunning. I know there are many people on here, especially like in my kind of age group, the young people, that will have memories of this area, walking from Cattle Wash, where we all or most people stayed in summer, and walking over the Soup Bowl and then walking back. So this path that we're on right now is what would have been used most of the time. In the beginning, probably would have been the railway line when it was strong, but then that was deemed dangerous and blocked off. And then it was actually dismantled for a long time before they built the footbridge. But this was the path you would have taken when you were a teenager or walked this area. Up in the distance, I don't know if you can make it out. Let me put in the center of the camera. Dead center of the camera, cup and saucer. You may see it. It's a concrete structure. It looks like a cup turned on top of a saucer. That was a point where you had a lot of proposals, a lot of marriages, a lot of rehearsals for proposals, a lot of rehearsals to rehearse the proposal, etc, etc. But I think you all know what I mean. You don't have to say any more on that. Don't have to elaborate. We got a lot of smart people in the EMC. But cup and saucer holds memories for many of us as well. A very insignificant looking thing now, but in one day that was talked about, like Bathsheba was talked about. Very popular with a lot of people. Now I don't have on my 4x4s today. I got on my big shoes. These sturdy big shoes. Just so you can have a look at them. Because I've been asked all week, what do the big shoes look? I'm going to give you a foot up. How you like that? Cheeks on, there you go. That's the big shoe. The notorious, hard-working big shoe. So if you're looking for something to put on when you're coming to Barbados to tackle what we're going through as well as the sands, I have already put a link up on Facebook a couple of times. But they're really beautiful shoes, and they're called Dream City. They're out of China, but the thing about them is they drain very quick. There are holes all in the bottom of the sole, so you don't walk about with a big saggy shoe on that keeps pulling off every time you walk through the water. You can walk in and out of the water, you don't even know you have on a shoe. Lots of very sturdy soles as well. Alright, we're going to sort of like come to an end fairly soon. I hope you all have enjoyed this morning. We're not actually at the end, but I'm sort of like doing a little bit of a semi-wrap-up. Hope you all have enjoyed today. I hope this week has been great for you. It has been a great comeback for me. You know, I have seen beauty beyond words. Just amazing. Now, the actual railway, after it came over the Joes River, it did come down here as well, a section down here. You will see some of the old train tracks here that are still here in that right position. So I'm not too sure how the actual line ran. I do know the bridge was over Joes River. I don't understand how it could have come down here and then gone back up onto the Soup Bowl area. But I'm not too sure what happens there, because all the metal structures between here and up the coastline, like Tent Bay, etc., have disappeared. But just be wary. There are some low-lying ones here in the sand when you're walking through. Right now, the lower ones are covered, but just be wary out here, because there are metal points sticking up all over the place, and some of them are semi-exposed and some of them are just an inch or two under the sand. So if you're coming around out here, please be cautious. Exercise absolute caution. Look at the power of nature, people. EMC photo op 2. Okay, just to let you know as well, I have been listening to some of my friends, etc. You know, all my life, whatever I've done, I've dedicated myself 100% to not thinking of myself, not thinking about taking care of the vessel, etc. But you know, I have heard some of my friends, and what we're going to be doing from next week is we're actually going to be doing a 5-day week. We're going to be off on Wednesdays and Sundays. Wednesday was selected because, as you all know, our conductor takes Wednesday off as well. And I would like to, wherever possible, bring our full EMC crew, because the EMC is certainly not me. It is everybody. It's everyone that comes on and views it with us, everyone that participates in it, everyone that comments, everyone that shares love. However, a critical component to the wheels that spin is our EMC care team. Our EMC care team, I would have to say, is one of the cornerstones of everything we do. So rather than have our conductor taking a day off and then me taking another day off and we're not coming with the full complement of crew, I've decided to go with Wednesday as well. So officially starting next week, Wednesday will be an off day. Going forward, if we need to flex on that and change, you all know our plans are subject to change without notice. We will let you know for sure, but right now we will be taking Wednesdays off and Sundays off. One of those days will be dedicated to cleaning my castle, which I can't believe, and the other one will be to explore and enjoy Barbados by myself. And if my angel comes down, she will join me. But that's what the second off day is for, just to enjoy this beauty and take in what I need to take in and explore by myself with no going back home to answer the comments and stuff, just so I can really start to go into areas that I've not taken you yet and take you to some new beauty in Barbados. It's something that I really would like to start doing. So I didn't want to come with a random day to confuse everyone. So all of my comments about the new members will be that we broadcast every day at 6 o'clock except for Wednesday and Sunday. I've actually started sending that out to some new members that asked to join us yesterday. Alright, this is where we're going to be ending our tour for sure. We've done down here before, but we will pick this up from this point at a later day again, somewhere down the road. So once again, I thank you all for being here with me. Thank you for tolerating my chatter all the time. I know some of you probably put the mute button on, I put on some Bob Marley in the background, listen to that and watch the scenery, so I'm aware of that. But don't mind, it is still my pleasure to tell you all about Barbados the way I know it, to enjoy this island with you the way that I love it, to bring you the beauty of Barbados through my eyes. You will see there's no water really running here in Joes River. This will indicate to you the dryness that we're currently going through. This place would normally be full of water at this time of the year, or fairly full of it, with good running water going out. But there's nothing here. It looks just like a dry little stream, if anything. Maybe, you know, doesn't really have anything to it, but what a beautiful place this is. So from me to you, I love you all. I thank you all for being a part of my life. I thank you all for the encouragement, continuous care, and continuous kindness that I see exchanged in these rooms. I have never seen a day go by where the strong have not been there for the weak. And when I say weak, I don't mean only physically weak. I mean the ones that are challenged with their own mental and spiritual situations. Everyone rises to the occasion. We have an amazing team called the Care Team who start the ball rolling in the morning and generate the actual spirit of the day and assist all of those that are having troubling times with happiness and joy and care. I'm going to give you a 360 here, but before I go, I just want to remind you all that we all one day will be going on to a far greater place than this. So the beauty that we're seeing around us this morning is nothing in comparison to what we will eventually go to. We will have not only our light shining, we will be alongside him, and we will all be there, and we will all be protected by him in the place that he has ready for us waiting. So death is very, very, very sad. It is sad for us. The people that are going on to a much, much better place, and we will all meet up one day soon. So just remember that this is not the end. This is just our beginning. Have a great day, everyone. I love you all. I'm going to leave you all with a beautiful silent 360 from this point, and then I'm going to give you this photo op here until we shut down the video. So get ready. Here we go.